Do you know about the SCSU food pantry?
Yes.
I do. I'm a frequent shopper.
I do, yes.
I do.
Yes.
Yes, I do actually.
I have not heard about it before this point now.
I do.
Do you know anyone on campus that's food insecure?
Personally, I do not know.
No, I am not aware of anyone that has a food insecurity.
I've heard of it, but I don't know a lot about it.
I do not.
If I do, they have not personally informed me, no.
Yes. I remember last year I did have food insecurities.
1 out of 3 students experience food insecurity in college. It is no secret that some underprivileged demographics do worse in school than others. After doing some on-campus research, it is shown that some students' GPAs are correlated with hunger, but it is ultimately unclear if hunger is the cause or other factors such as poverty. To get a better idea of how the food pantry works, we interviewed the head of the pantry, Victoria Ibitoye. May you introduce yourself and explain to us your current position at SCSU?
So my name is Victoria Ibitoye. Everybody calls me Vicky. I'm a graduate intern here at the food pantry. I've been working here for about 2 months, 3 months now, and I'm also getting my master's in clinical mental health counseling.
What is a regular day for you at the food pantry?
So for me, I work a full-time position as a GI. So usually I just come in and I look through my emails, look at the agenda of the day to make sure that the food pantry is running and self-sustainable. So depending on the day, every day looks different. If it's like a Friday, I might get donations or I might do grocery shopping in order to fill up our shelves. If it's a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, I'm focused on meetings, events, trying to get more awareness for the food pantry and things like that. So every day looks different, but I do have a full-time position here at the food pantry. So yeah.
How often do you see the students use the food pantry?
We've gotten a lot of recognition and awareness when it comes to the food pantry, which we're extremely grateful for. Hundreds come through during the week. Whoever's a registered student on campus, they utilize this pantry. We get a lot of good feedback. Sometimes we get not bad feedback, but feedback of what they would like to see in the pantry. We try to be inclusive to those who may be having allergies or have dietary restrictions. So it's feedback like that, how we interact with our students. Due to the feedback, we've actually incorporated different things in the food pantry, like a pet corner and a thrifty store in the pantry as well.
What are some issues the food pantry faces in order to provide for the students?
Just keeping a consistent level of donations and a consistent schedule. Because we're 100% donation based, we have not solidified certain partnerships with like outside places like restaurants, bakeries, things like that. We've had wonderful donations given to us, and what we're trying to really put our focus on is getting to a place where the pantry is self-sustainable. And so we have a constant schedule where we know that this place is going to give us donations on a Monday and another place is going to give us donations on a Friday. We're just making sure that we want to have the shelves constantly filled. Our focus and kind of like, I guess you could say, struggle is just keeping a consistent flow of donations coming in, especially because we're 100% donation based. Just having that for our students so that we can be able to have the food pantry flowing and going and growing as well.
How often does the food pantry receive donations?
It kind of depends. I try to organize department donation boxes for each month, and so that's when I just have student workers drop off our donation boxes in order for the people that work there to give us donations depending on the assigned item that I give them. And there are times where people are just generous enough to give us a spontaneous donation. So there's not a consistent set schedule unless I'm actually doing department donation boxes.
What challenges have you faced in bringing awareness to the expansion of the pantry?
I guess the biggest challenge is trying to find the perfect space that can help with the increase and the growth of this pantry, and just making sure that everything flows perfectly and people understand that we're not just trying to get the space for no reason, but really because the pantry is growing at a very fast rate.
Through all these challenges, the pantry still makes an effort to support hungry students and remain a valuable resource on campus.
It makes it hard because as a student, I'm more worried about money for gas, money for textbooks. I don't want to have to, be concerned about where my next meal comes from as well.
Personally, I used up all my food swipes in the beginning of the semester because I had no food and nothing to eat. So me going there was helpful, but the food pantry is also very helpful too for when I don't want to have to go spend money.
But there's more that could be done. We can still help by donating what we can to create a sustainable resource for the students in need.
In the next 4 years, I do see it as kind of self-sustainable. I think that's one of my biggest things for the food pantry, where there's a set schedule, even to the place where we can even give to the greater New Haven. That's kind of my goal. I want it to be such a great resource that we even are able to give and bless others. That's just one of my biggest goals for the food pantry while I'm here, that maybe whoever comes after me and they can continue that, where the pantry is constantly getting donations, students are able to utilize it, the space is bigger, we are just expanding. That's what I see for the food pantry in the next 4 years, where it's like, wow, the food pantry, it's its own separate entity, but it's still for the Southern community.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.